My name's Mino AI, and I've grown 4 accounts to over 100,000 followers across TikTok and Instagram. So in the next 2 hours, this is quite possibly going to be the most valuable video on personal branding you have ever seen, because it is not just tactical advice. This is going to be a create content with me, where I'm going to be walking through my exact scripting, filming, and editing process, screen sharing, everything, while you do it along with me. And the process that I'm showing you actually created all of these viral videos, which generated this much in sales for me in the past week. So this video will be the most interactive guide you've ever seen to get you into the maximum creative flow state to create not just 1, not 2, not 3, but 5 viral videos in just 2 hours. So without further ado, let's start with scripting and ideating viral video ideas on a Google Doc. Let's get to it. And timer starts now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to literally whip out a Google Doc and start fucking cooking. 10 ideas, May 24, 2026. Let's go. I've done this practice many times before, which is why you can see all of this stuff written down, right? And I'm probably gonna be actually like hella mute during this. I'm gonna turn on some music. Damn, no music, that's fine. All right, I've already lost like 10 seconds or 30 seconds. Just made, I just, like this, I don't know about this 3 lessons, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna skip that and just go into the next idea, because ideally want to whip out like 5 shit ideas in the next like 3 minutes. Cult like brand, cult like brand, profitable personal brand. I'm hitting flow state right now. Here we go. Usually that's in like 2-3 ideas in. You just start hitting this fucking flow where you're like, oh, I have permission to make random bullshit ideas. Let me whip out a bunch more. And I think that permission helps me get into a good flow of ideas where they just start flowing eventually. Mind you, none of these are that crazy. 6, 7. I also have a couple videos saved that I wanted to use as inspo. Notice how I'm doing most of my creative process not from scratch, but by using real data, right, on what works. So right here, I see these 3 videos saved from this creator who's been popping off recently, right? A couple other videos. This is actually, okay, let's see. There's only posted 3 times a day. Oh shit, I just lost 30 seconds, what the hell. Notice I just basically scripted out the outline for that one. The only 4 skills you need to build a cult-like brand. Interesting, skills. People seem to like skills. Build a 1 million personal brand. Master. Only 4 skills you need to build. TH is text, so. I don't like this one. We're gonna cut that one out, make it even harder for ourselves. Inspo method. Let's go. Stop you. I heard this guy say. I heard Hormozy say. Nah, I don't remember any quotes off the top of my head. It could be useful, but future content creators. 2 types of 2026. That one didn't really do well. Paradox of being ambitious but lazy. The paradox of being ambitious but lazy method to building your personal brand. Perfectionism. Okay, yeah, there's a little lesson there. Lie sleep mindset. 100K a month. 8. Okay, come on. Let's cook here. 8 beliefs you need to. Here are 8 beliefs you need to leave behind. Leave behind. Is there more like esoteric spiritual wording here? Because I know that'll hit more nichely. Here are 8 beliefs I had to grow out of, at least, you know, to finally reach 100K a month. Okay, now let's actually go back and revise the ideas because I have 46 seconds. Oh, I have 3 seconds left. Okay, well, we did it. We got 10 ideas done. All right. Okay, here we go. Yeah, we have our 10 ideas. Now, here's what we're gonna do. I really like the idea of this like forced timer because for me, I love procrastinating. And whenever there's like more work to be done, I always just like, I'll just wait. So we're not gonna do that. We're gonna set another 3 to 5, you know, don't give yourself too much time for this part. But basically now, force yourself to revise some of these ideas because a lot of these are just not hashed out, which is fine. You know, you need to sift through the garbage to get through the gold. So something I also like to do, which I'll actually just do right now, is just go to Claude and rank these content hooks / ideas from most to least viral. Okay, and while it does that, because that's how I'm gonna prioritize what to film first. Pro frickin' hack, right? While that cooks for me, profitable personal brand, what I learned from Hamza. That's not a hook though. Profitable difference between a personal brand and a mediocre personal. And a, what's it like, derogatory is 3 is of persuasion. What are the actual meat of the video? What are 3 things I learned from Hamza? Treat your audience like a pixel, like a metapixel. The metapixel method. And just like funky names, you know, people like funky names. Pattern interrupt sticks out, you know. Metapixel method. Us versus them method. You know, us versus them method, right? He gets the whole Jeffrey versus Adonis. Okay, 2. Okay, what's the last one? What not to do. Room for self-deprecation. Okay, alright. 3 tips. I don't even remember what the 3 tips were going to be for this one. I'll probably like relegate this one to the bottom. I don't really like it, or I have no clarity on how I would actually execute this. Full guide to starting. First 30 days, first 60 days, first 90 days, first 7 days, first 30 days, first 90 days. Goal, just fucking JFP. Goal is JFP. First 90 days, I'm gonna finish off this thought here. Goal is JFP. Goal is 10K views. Goal is 100K views. Plus double down on what works. Find the repeatable outlier. Okay, yeah, that works. Okay, it's not the best, but now let's see. I'm just gonna kill this timer here. Let's see what Claude cooked up here. Don't be original is number 1. Don't be original is number 1. Honestly, I'm just gonna take whatever the frick he said, put it here. If this is actually what mindset of 100K a month creator, yeah, screw it, you know? Why not? We're just gonna let Claude literally reorder here because sometimes we need to be told what to film, because sometimes that gives me permission to film, I guess, honestly. How I never run out of ideas. Wow. Honestly, I like wholeheartedly agree with this, which is the crazy part. I don't disagree with any of these points. Hooks masterclass. This is cool, honestly. I'm actually pretty surprised. You can also use Mino AI for this as well. Probably would be slightly better. Lazy method. Perhaps being ambitious but lazy. Yeah, the only issue here is that I don't have an idea for this, but we could probably, I'm gonna actually remove this to the bottom just because I don't remember if I actually had an idea for this. I don't think I did. Profitable personal brand. Yup, brand master guide. Okay, awesome. That's pretty much everything that we need from here. Now what we're gonna do is obviously film these videos. Oh man, this batch filming is gonna be a freaking bitch, but we're gonna figure this out. You know, we're gonna grind this out because, you know, it's 6 p.m. on a Sunday. I just wanna chill, I just wanna play video games, but we're not gonna do that because we have a fucking personal brand to build. We have viral videos to make. And I wanna make one thing clear before I start this filming, right? Look at these videos. Yeah, you might think, damn, like he gets like, you know, he got 300K views on this video. This video was filmed at 9 p.m. No, 1 a.m., sorry. It was made at 1 a.m. after I came home from a long ass day of work. And I was just like, dude, I need to get a video out just for habit's sake. This happened to be my best performing video. In the past, bro, probably like, yeah, when was this posted? March? In the last 60 days, my best performer. Made at night at 1 a.m. just because I wanted to get into the habit of it. So guys, some of your best videos will come when you least expect it. All right, let's jump into filming. Let's go. All right, before we get into the filming section, you might have struggled a little bit with the brainstorming, and I know it can be very daunting at first to take these viral video concepts that you see on the For You page and actually translate them into your own voice, into the most viral possible hooks and scripts. So I actually created an AI tool you can try out in the first link in the description for completely free. That'll do the entire thought process for you. That's trained off of thousands of viral hooks that have already been scraped off of TikTok and Instagram, and 300 plus hours of me coaching directly and all of my content guides. So just give me 30 seconds. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how this tool works. So you can try it out and you'll get an exclusive 3-day free trial if you use that first link in the description. So basically, let's say I found this inspo video saved. All I'm gonna do is copy the link to it, go to Mino AI and ask it to simply recreate the viral video. I'm gonna paste the inspo video URL right there, and it's going to find the video, extract it, and watch it and transcribe the entire thing frame by frame. And what it's going to be able to do is break down the entire video. So first it's gonna tell me what made the video go viral. And this is also based on all of the training that I have ever said in all of my coaching calls, all of my YouTube videos, talking about what actually makes videos go viral. So in this case, if we're being completely honest, that's a subtle way in the hook to create intimacy. Nobody is obsessed with your brand. That's a direct attack on the viewer's ego, right? And then it gives me a reusable template. So this is how I'm able to save time as a busy 22-year-old business owner to be able to essentially make all the videos that I post and still be able to run my business, manage my team, and take all the viral inspiration that I see online and be able to recreate it in 1/10 of the time using Mino AI. So if you want to try a free trial of Mino AI, I'm gonna give an exclusive link in the first link in the description. So if you want to go back and retry the brainstorming, even if you feel like you struggled, go ahead, try Mino AI and go back and restart the brainstorming. If you're already done and you feel confident with the ideas that you have right now, let's go into the filming. All right, welcome to the 25-minute filming with me portion. Right now I'm gonna set a 25-minute timer, which starts now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm trying to batch film somehow 4 or 3 to 5 videos in the next, 25-minute session. So that means I literally cannot allow myself to do more than one take, which is a beautiful part of this, because now I kind of have to just yap whatever's on my mind, which kind of, it's this way of like brute forcing authenticity. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start screen recording on my phone as well. So you can see here, I got my phone, and I wanna walk you guys through a couple of things from this session. So the first one, I'm gonna move this a little bit here, is that notice my setup. You guys might think, okay, it's just a normal setup. Watch the difference if I don't have this light on. Look at the difference in lighting. It feels kind of amateur. Now, look at that. It's clean. And I also bought these like $50 LED lights that can color change, but I made them blue to add a little bit of ambiance. And yes, I am staying at a hotel just so I can film these videos. Yes, I paid an egregious amount of money. No, you don't need to do that. Oftentimes, actually, just filming your bedroom is how I made some of my most viral videos. I just happen to be staying at a hotel right now, okay? And I also got these performative wired earbuds. Guess what, guys? I don't even use, these aren't even connected to my freaking phone. Now, you can use them, connect to your phone. Like, the mic is good on these Apple EarPod headphones, but you don't need them. I use my iPhone mic when I film. Haha, brilliant sauce. And I'm gonna put this performative white monster to make myself look like, to match the vibe of the creator, because people love content creators and like sophisticated performative shit, right? I might split test, hoodie on and hoodie off. Not that it really matters. I also noticed I have a pimple on my cheek, which is kind of giving me friction to film, but I don't really give a fuck. So right now what we're gonna do before I even start filming, and I know I'm wasting a bit of time here, is just do some stretches, because getting my endorphins up is a pretty huge thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna jump up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set a timer for myself for about 10-15 seconds and just force myself to laugh. Ready? Go. Jeez, freaking the fuck out. And I literally I'm feeling literally sweaty from doing that. I just watched Obsession last night, which is a brilliant movie, but the whole goal with that is to spark some endorphins. So hopefully your body literally felt a little bit uncomfortable. That's the feeling of you getting your nerves out. That's good, okay? Now let's actually start filming. Okay, and what I'm gonna do is I also put this little notepad in front of me, this journal, not because any of these notes are actually relevant to what I'm filming, but just because it literally helps make it a little bit more performative and signals planning. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm gonna ignore this camera now and just go actually get locked into filming. Let's go. All right, here we go. I'm nervous, and the first video is always shit. You know, it's just like generally how it is. That's fine. That's fine. I grew 3 grams to over 100K followers by rejecting one principle. Now, something I like to do also is chug caffeine, just so it literally kills any ability to overthink. Incredible. and I'm just gonna draft this shit because I genuinely do not have time to even overthink the execution of that. Did I film it well? Did I not film it well? Did I sound like a fucking bitch? Did I sound really cringe? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. These efficient filmers don't even, they film, all their emotions tied up, and then boom, they're done. And then move on to the next one. That's the mindset of 100K a month creators. Speaking of which, I need to actually plan out this video. Let's think through the script here. Belief number 1. Oh wait, we just finished our third video and now we have 1 minute to spare. So we're gonna get up and stretch for a little bit. I know I probably wasted like 2 minutes of that timer time trying to come up with the right hooks, but I'll explain what I was thinking through. But my friend's also gonna be here in like a minute or so, so I'm literally just going to pick him up while we do our 10-minute break. And yeah, I'm just gonna cross off on my dock as well the 3 ideas that I already executed on, so I don't repeat them again. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. All right, and now we have 7 ideas remaining. Okay, and we're gonna do that in our next filming session. As the timer literally is about to run down to 0, we're gonna take a little 10-minute break. Do not scroll, because that's going to once again ruin your focus, fuck up your dopamine receptors. Do not scroll. If anything, we can do some breathing exercises together, or just get up, take a walk, stay active, keep your body active, because if you want to stay in a flow state while filming, you don't want your body to literally shut down and go into a comatose state. Another thing too is I don't like to eat during my filming and deep work blocks, because once my body is starting to digest food, my blood sugar might rise and crash, which is going to cause me to become eepy and sleepy, which is not what you want when you want to stay locked in, energetic, excited to film, okay? So let's take a 10-minute break, stay off the screens, and just try to stretch, move around, and we'll set that timer now. All right, so our homie Charles just entered, right? We're in the midst of our 10-minute break session right now. But yeah, our homie Charles just entered.
What's up?
He's gonna be focusing in the back while I'm filming to make this on extra hard.
Let's go.
Because I know you guys are probably thinking, oh, bro, I have a roommate, so I can't film. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna practice with the roommate here now.
I'm here.
And he's got a super big cock, so I'm super intimidated by his BDE too.
Wait,
so
hold up.
I'm kidding. Yo.
Wait, actually, that would be kind of funny. What if I just like took my shirt off? Like,
yo. Pause, mate. Pause. But yeah, sorry, you're saying?
Oh. I mean, it was about filming, but
Wait, no, I'll just keep this. I'll probably mute it now, just to like keep this time lapse going.
That's like the frying pan case study. It's actually the frying pan case. Okay, lock it.
All right, the timer's up. Time to film.
Let's go.
You thought this was gonna be some calm Pomodoro. Nah, we're getting hype. Let's get hype. Let's get ready. Let's settle back into flow state. We got 25 minutes left to film 4 videos. Let's do it. All right, let's get hype. Let's start our filming session. Let's get hype. Okay. I turned on some focus music this time on Brain FM. I'm not sponsored, but this helps me block out any overthinking from my brain so I can just purely focus. I play that on my computer. Let's go. alongside obviously the common good of being part of the community. That's actually a new record for me too. That's actually a new record for me to film 10 videos in the span of just an hour. But we did it! We did it, guys! And now we're gonna move on to the editing portion, which, you know, we're just gonna have as a minimum viable editing. I'm gonna walk through exactly how I'm going to edit these batch filmed videos and how you can do the same to maximize the viral potential of your content. But let's take another 5-minute break before we jump into that. All right, let's finish up with our 1 hour minimum viable editing session. Now, the reason why I call it minimum viable editing is because with editing, it's very easy, especially as a beginner to content, but also when you're just trying to build up momentum and your consistency, to overthink the editing and almost overdo it to the point where it actually hurts your video's performance. So I wanna show you guys the exact, very simple process that I do with my videos to minimum viably edit them. And I'm just gonna set our 60-minute timer here and get started with the editing. I'm also gonna screen record this. So, like so. And we will get started. So we're gonna open back the TikTok app and just go back to the first couple of drafts. And we're just gonna get started here. So I'm gonna go to this one right here. Here are the 7 limiting beliefs I do. And what we're gonna do first off is what I call a rough cut. And what I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna walk you guys through my editing thought process for the first video, and the rest of them, I'm just gonna stay silent so then you guys can also edit in peace, right? But let's start off with the minimum viable editing process, starting with step 1, which is the rough cut. And what I'm gonna do is basically cut out either sentences that I think are either redundant or unnecessary to the video, as well as do the fine cutting of dead space, whether it's like 0.2, 0.3 seconds of dead space. Here are the 7 limiting beliefs I had to grow out of in order to reach 100K a month as a content creator. Belief number 1, the idea that quality beats creator. Belief number 1. I'm gonna remove the idea that, because I think that just slows the video down, especially in the first 10 seconds. The idea number 1, the idea that number 1, quality beats quantity. Quality beats quantity. There's a dead space there, so I'm gonna press it and delete. Quantity. Here are the 7. Okay, it looks like this clip just got repeated twice. Quantity. When you're pumping out the scale of actually running a business through your social media, you need to stop thinking about every single content piece. Social media, you need to stop thinking about social media. Okay, I'm gonna cut out the business part. Quantity. You need to stop thinking about every single content piece as this magical form of art. You have to understand that you are a production magic piece as this magical form of art. Yeah, I'm gonna cut that part out too. It's quantity. You have to understand that you are a production company at the end of the day, which means you need to just pump out a video and then immediately at the end of the day, which means I'm also gonna cut that part out too and just do this. Quantity. You need to just quantity. You need to just pump out a video and then immediately onto the next without dwelling on how well that, without dwelling on. I'm gonna cut out this little breath here. Dwelling on how well this video is going to do, because that's gonna take you out of the flow state necessary to be consistently producing. Number 2, the obsession over being original. I used to genuinely take pride in my over being original. Going to be consistently pumping out content enough to the point where you can actually. I'm gonna cut that part out too. Being original. Become way 3. Number 3, original. Cut out that dead space. Being original. Number 3, I had to become way more introspective. So journaling and meditation, these were necessary for me to actually develop these. These were necessary for me to actually. So journal and meditation. I'm gonna cut this rest of this clip here too. A lot of times I just kind of like say an explanatory portion, but from my experience making and editing these videos, I've realized that just a lot of times I overspeak. Even now too, honestly, like you might be getting bored of me talking right now. And it's very normal to overspeak in our videos. And that's the goal of the editing process. Meditation. Or this one. Ideation 4, this one's an obvious one, but stop scrolling as much, because if you're scrolling and you're over consuming, you're gonna lack the clear-mindedness necessary to also be articulate on camera. Number five, I had to give up this clinging to this concept of safety. If you stop posting for 2 weeks when you have 100,000 followers, guess what? Followers fucking mean nothing. You're gonna lose all the traction that you have on social media.
Look at this.
On social media. Now you can treat this as a bad traction that you have on social media. Now you can treat this as a bad thing, or you can treat this as a way to constantly self-develop, to be more comfortable with risk and boldness. Comfortable with risk. Number seven, I had to develop a ruthless level of optimism. People have told me for the past 3 years, yo, are you sure social media is going to be a long-term career? Yet my business has continuously be a long-term career. Yet my business has
I'm gonna cut out continuously.
Business has continued to grow.
Take a fat breath here.
And number seven, detaching from worldly outcomes. I used to be so obsessed with views and I used to be so obsessed with views and making sure people would see my page and see, oh, he's a viral creator, oh, he's got motion. And once I finally learned to let go of that, slowly,
Cut this part.
Slowly, by reminding myself every morning that, dude, we're gonna fucking die. None of this shit matters. All of these videos are going to be burned to the ground in a couple. None of this shit matters. Burned anyway. This shit matters. No matter how rich, famous, successful I become in this lifetime, it's not gonna matter once I'm dead. It's not gonna matter. Once I'm dead. So all of this shit is just fun and games anyways. You know, we're just here to have. All of this shit is just fun and games anyways. Fun. And that's all this is. That should be the most. That should be the most. That should be ways. And that should be the most encouraging sign to encourage you. And that should be the most
There we go, cut out this repetition too.
And that should be the most encouraging sign. That should be the most encouraging sign to fucking create something today. Here are these seven limiting beliefs.
And there we go, we've done the rough cut, we've cut out all the repetitions and dead space. The second thing we're gonna do is add auto captions. I'm also just gonna make sure the volume is at 200%. That's just like a personal preference to make sure my videos are as audible as possible. And apply to all.
In order to reach.
Now we're just gonna hit the captions, auto captions here, and let TikTok load that for a second. It's also really late right now. It's 11:40. It's 11:50 right now. But we're grinding this out, and that's oftentimes how content is. It's late at night, but you're getting the content done. That's the most important thing. Okay, now we're gonna hit style. I'm gonna do custom, and this is my preferred auto caption style, but if you're new and you haven't gone consistently viral and found that like winning editing style, just copy mine, honestly. What you're gonna do is hit this, and now you have these clean small auto captions. And what I like to usually do as well is split it into one line at a time. I had to grow out of in order to reach 100K a month as a content creator. Belief number one, quality beats quantity. I'm also just gonna do hashtag. You need to just, we're gonna do a couple spelling checks here, just to make sure that, you know, all the captions are actually spelled properly. That's gonna take you out of the flow state necessary to be consistently producing. Number 2, the obsession over being original. Number 3, yeah, we're just gonna continue this process. I had to become way more introspective, so journaling and meditation. Number 4, stop scrolling because you're scrolling. The clear-mindedness necessary to also be articulate on camera. Number 5, there you go. This clinging to this concept of safety. If you stop posting for 2 weeks,
You have 100,000 followers for 2 weeks when you have
fucking mean nothing, you're gonna lose all the traction that you have on social media. Now you can treat this as a way to constantly self-develop, to be more comfortable with risk. Number 7, I had to develop a ruthless level of optimism. People have told me for the past 3 years, yo, are you sure social media is going to continue to grow? Today. All right, awesome. Now we have these. I'm gonna also remove the here, the just 7 limiting beliefs. Honestly, keeps it to 1 line, but keeps it also cleaner. Okay, and now I'm just gonna make it a little bit larger, make it a little bit more centered, and then lastly, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a text hook. So the mindset of a month creator. Okay, here we go. So we have that.
reach 100K. Here are these 7 limit.
Now I'm just gonna add little 1, 2, 3, 4 quantity. I like to sometimes add little mid-video overlays or text just to keep it engaging throughout.
Number 2,
I'm gonna add also a CTA here at 10 seconds in. P.S. I'm teaching a free live class. How to in my bio. And there we go.
how well that video is going to do, because that's going to take you out of the flow state necessary to. Number 2,
Okay, number 2, the obsession over being original. Originality is a myth. Originality is a myth. Has become way more introspective. 3, spend way more alone time. I'm just gonna add these captions here just to help keep it engaging throughout. 4, this one's obvious one, but for digital detoxing. Digital detox.
Number 5, I had to give up this.
Number 5, the false sense of security. Okay. 5, the false sense of security. Number 6. Yeah, I accidentally said 7 here. Number 6. Pessimism kills growth. I'm gonna add a little subtext here because I think it'll be helpful. You will have slow months. Get stuck. But let's see, you have slow months, get stuck, but I'll just say this is normal. Number 7.
Number 7, detaching.
Stop chasing views. Okay.
Here are the 7 limiting beliefs I had to.
Okay, and there we go. So we've fully done it. Now
Grow out of in order to reach 100K
What
a
I'm
month
just
as
gonna
a
hit
content creator.
next.
Belief number 1, quality beats quantity. You need to just pump out a.
And then I'm going to just add a little caption. Disseminating. Actually, I'm gonna do a little CTA here. I'm hosting a free class on how to speedrun your first followers this week. Tune in. Okay.
Here are the 7 limiting beliefs.
All right, so now we have that. And in more options, this is key actually, because you want to be able to cross-post this onto Instagram. What we're gonna do is just make sure that there's a save to device, right? Which is gonna auto-save basically this video in full HD quality without a watermark to our camera roll. So we're just gonna post video and let that cook. So now,
Today's day 6.
it officially just took 18 minutes, 17 minutes, and we just edited our first video. So that's how you can edit in just the span of 15 minutes and still get a super clean edit that is also, super uniform and clean for both TikTok and Instagram, right? So that is awesome. Now, we're just gonna immediately go onto Instagram, and I'm gonna post this initially as a trial, right? And
Here are the 7 limiting beliefs.
I'm just gonna do this. Comment, dream to tune into my free on speedrunning followers, teaching how you can speedrun. Okay, and now I'm just going to trial it and send it up.
The harder you train, the stronger.
And there we go. We did it. So now I'm just gonna let this actually post. I'm gonna make sure, we're just gonna refresh it on TikTok as well to see if it actually got posted.
Here are the 7 limiting beliefs I had to grow out of in order to reach.
And sometimes we just need to see, just to make sure it gets its literal first view to see if it actually gets posted. Because sometimes content just randomly gets taken down on TikTok. Genuinely, TikTok's algorithm can be really freaking annoying, but we're also gonna let this post 2 trial reels. Okay, so we're just gonna let this cook and see. And we're just gonna let this, give it a second. Sometimes Instagram literally takes 10 years, and that's fine. Yeah, sometimes Instagram literally takes so long to post. Oh, let me get some water. Okay, I think it should be finished posting. We're just gonna check our trial rules here. Okay, seems like it's up. Now, we're just gonna make sure it's posted onto TikTok. There we go, we got our first view. Which means it is fully posted. Let's go to posting our next video, or let's go to editing our next video. We got another 39 minutes here. Let's move on. But yeah, that's the general gist of editing. So now I'm just gonna let this overlay play as I get into a deep editing flow state, and let's continue to edit your videos as well. Let's get into it. All right, so the 1 hour timer has finished. I'm just gonna finish up this one video real quick. Should probably take another 5 minutes. All right, and there we go. We're just finishing up posting this final video. And you can see here, now we have 4 videos. 1, 2, 3, and then the last one, 4 up now on TikTok. And there we go. Now, I will go ahead and edit the next 3 videos probably tomorrow, but that's probably gonna take me another 45 to an hour, right? So feel free to do that on your own time as well, but hopefully this tutorial was helpful.
If you found this video helpful and you want more direct help from me, I have a private community where I coach creators, right? And we've already helped 60 creators grow to their first 10,000 followers across TikTok and Instagram on their personal brand. So if you want to build a personal brand that can actually help you monetize and make a full-time living as a creator, go to that second link in the description to apply to join Content Academy. Other than that, thank you guys so much for freaking watching. If you found this helpful, let me know in the comments which part you found the most helpful. If you want more videos like this, please let me know. I thought this would be a really fun spin on the study with me concept. I always find myself watching this kind of like Pomodoro style video from this guy Justin Sung on the internet. So it's a little bit of an interesting video style, but if you found this helpful, let me know. I'd love to do them in the future too, where I'm just kind of going about my actual video process. And if you want to see more videos like this, I guess you can hit that subscribe button if you want to, if you want to. Stop. Okay. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.